Pat Murphy is obviously a pretty big name in college baseball. Is it pretty cool to have his name connected with the program in there?
Well, I think you can't bring up the University of Notre Dame baseball program and not bring up Pat Murphy. I think obviously Pulmonary is in the same thing, but Pat is the guy who put this place on the map. Pat is the guy who was the bedrock behind the tradition that this place has been able to build up over the last 20 years. And so for him to be honored that way, I think is absolutely appropriate.
Can you talk about the impact the clubhouse can have on not only this team but also in recruiting?
Well, I think it's huge. When I came back here last summer to interview and walk through this thing, that clubhouse was exactly the same as it was when I sat down here I was here in the summer for a recruiting event, I think in like 2001, and it was the exact same place, and it was okay then, and you can imagine what 10 years worth of wear would do on a clubhouse like that. And I think it was just inadequate for the amount of time that our kids spend in there. And so yes, it's important from a recruiting standpoint to be able to take recruits through there, show them the commitment that the university has to the idea of excellence. But it's also a place that I think will enhance our team building. It makes our kids feel much more cared for and wanted and thought of by the administration and the university in general. And I can't say enough positive things about it. It's going to make a really big difference for us.
Can you talk about the impact of the technological upgrade and how that helps you as a teacher and how it helps players, with the flat screens and all the programs you have in there?
Well, I think, anybody who's been to the field has noticed the video cameras that are sort of up and all of that. And basically that's sort of feeding into a laptop that then we can sort of cut and splice and do everything else, and then we can take that laptop, bring it right in there, plug it into any one of the different flat screens that are in there, or on all of them, or whatever it is. So we can take kids individually, we can do some teaching as a team, we could take some, maybe just the far end of the locker room and take 3 or 4 or 5 kids over there. So I think that's really important as well. But I really do think that the players needed a place. We come in the fall. Our guys are in there 6 o'clock in the morning to lift or to condition. They come back here, they shower before they go to class. Then they're coming back here later on in the afternoon for practice, and it gives them a space where they can call their own. It gives them a place where they can even during the middle of the day find some time to just lay down, study, relax, do whatever it is that they need to just kind of get away from some things.
Is this comparable to other premier programs at D1?
Yeah, I think it is. Certainly in terms of the finish of it and the appearance of it. There are locker rooms that have more square footage, but in terms of, the quality of the things that went in there, the workmanship, the thought that went into all of it, I think this is as good as any that you'll find.